Now this is going to be a sick video. The title of this mini-series is Awesome Animals. This is basically some of the cooler stuff I'm working with at my job where I breed reptiles. So first up we have what has been called a piebald chameleon. Other names for it are transbald chameleon and translucent chameleon. Brian Barczyk, Snake Bites TV, which, you know, if you're watching this channel, I'm pretty sure you know who Snake Bites is, or Brian Barczyk is. But basically, in his last episode, he went over these guys and he called them piebald chameleons. He said they were recessive, though. Now, I gotta disagree with this. This trait, whatever it is, either translucent, transbald, piebald, whatever you want to call it, I actually like the name piebald best because, you know, that's what it looks like. Mind you, the arms are usually translucent, kind of see-through, like what you guys are seeing here. He has a bit of shed stuck on his head. This is one of our keeper males. We had a clutch of 43 of these. Anyways, basically, this isn't actually recessive. It's co-dominant because the ones that are heterozygous for piebald, I guess, they're visual hets. Basically, they'll have the translucent markings on either the feet or little parts on the face. So, and then this is obviously the super form, which is the piebald or super translucent or whatever you want to call it, veiled chameleon. Really awesome animal. The portions that are white or piebald do not change color. So we kept 2 of these males back and we sold all the other 40. You guys are going to hear the bird in the background. Oh, let's take a guess at what this is. This is cool. This is a snake that will end up being green. Another thing that you'll have already seen before if you watch Brian Barczyk's videos, which, you know, I can't recommend enough. I learned a lot of the stuff I know from him and his videos. I've actually only met him in person once at the CRBE, Canadian Breeders Reptile Expo. But this is a female Rhino Rat Snake. These guys are awesome. They like it a little bit cooler than most animals. Most reptiles, most snakes, that is. You guys are going to hear my bird tweeting. Not on Twitter, but making noises in the background there. She is just starting to turn a little bit green. We also got a male, so we're planning on breeding them in the future. Really cool snake, something you don't see too often, especially up here in Canada. There's only I think a couple other guys working with these, including the guy who obviously we purchased them off of. This is a cool snake though. Awesome animal, arboreal, cool to look at, very docile. One of my favorite animals to work with. And as you guys know, I used to be a carpet guy. Well, here we have a granite carpet python. This is a pure Irian, so there's no coastal in him like there used to be in mine. And you guys could see the difference. Mine was mostly gray with some green speckling, not grease speckling. That'd be kind of gross. But you can see here the colors on this guy. The orangey yellow going on the side is just insane. Real cool little male. He's a little bit aggressive. He's kind of snap happy. Not the friendliest carpet out there, that's for sure. But he's cool. But now I will see you guys a granite, and I will raise you a granite jag. Yes, this female is too cool. I mean, usually granite jags at her age are already muddying up. You guys could see she has that really nice crisp cream color to her. She's awesome. Unfortunately, she's a jaguar, or you know, I guess fortunately, because I do like the way she looks, but at the same time when I say unfortunately, if you guys aren't aware of the neurological issues that jaguars have, it's very real. It's not just a rumor. This snake, if I try to handle her, she goes wonky. Her head goes all over the place. It's such a pain to get her back in the bin. But she's cool, man. She's packing probably close to, I want to say, 800 grams. She's pretty big. She doesn't look that big in this video, but she's eating 100-gram rats, so she's getting large, and we can't wait to breed her to something cool. She is probably my favorite snake that we have in our ever-growing collection. Just really neat. I actually want to buy the snake, and the guy who I work with, he did me a big favor and he bought her actually. So that was really cool of him to do for me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Joseph. And oh, what is this? This is actually a male African fat tail whiteout patternless gecko that we got from Urban Reptile. Really cool looking animal. I mean, it's interesting that a whiteout mixed with a patternless would give you this orange looking gecko. What's even more interesting is that the limbs and the tip of the tail actually have a bluish kind of glow to them. These guys are really, really cool. We got a nice little group of fat tails going on that we're hoping to breed eventually. And speaking of cool, we got some knobtails. We've successfully bred this group a couple of times now. We've had about 6 babies hatch out. We just got these guys not too long ago. The small guy at the back there is the male, and the two at the front here are the females. These guys are cool, especially for you stubborn people who want to keep leopard geckos or geckos on sand. These guys actually do really, really well on sand, and it's actually preferred if you keep them on sand. These guys are awesome. I really, really like this species. It's a small gecko. You know, 5 gallons should be good for an adult. So, not a gecko that takes up too much space, that's for sure. And of course, what snake collection would be complete or video would be complete without some ball pythons? I'm going to show you a couple of my favorites here. This is a super chocolate 100% het hypo, or orange ghost, if you will. This guy is cool. He's mean as hell, but super chocolates, I'll tell you what, chocolates, they kind of look like normals. A lot of ball pythons coming out now that you could do really cool things with actually look like normals. But the super chocolate looks awesome. I mean, the camera really washes out his orangey kind of look he has to him. He's a really rich, dark snake. Awesome looking snake. Here is a queen bee, which is, actually this is a butter queen bee, which, you know, butter and lesser to me are the same thing, but, you know, it actually was a butter spider pastel. This guy's real cool. This is a neat snake. This is a real neat snake. This is a super stripe, which is basically the combo of a specter and a yellow belly. That's an awesome looking snake. And now I'm going to leave you guys with something special, something a lot of you probably have never seen before. And it's not a baby tokay. This is actually an Australian species. It's full grown, this female, believe it or not. And I'll leave it up to you guys in the comments to guess what this is. I've given you enough hints. I told you it's an Australian species. It's full grown. That's an awesome looking lizard. A freaking expensive lizard too. For what that thing costs compared to how big it is, I think by weight it's the most valuable animal in our collection. Alright guys, take care. Hope you look forward to more videos.